Shalom. It's your brother. Be focused and know when you're being attacked by these spirits, man. And stay focused at all costs. You have to have yourself ready because these things are going to happen more often and they're going to get harder. The trials you're going to go through, they're going to get harder, and it's going to be a trial of your faith if you really believe, if you're really on this thing, right? If you're really going to endure in this thing, man, right? Let's get the classic real quick in the book of Luke, right? I'm going to try not to make this too long, man. I just want to give a little exhortation to brothers and sisters to be aware, right? This is the book of Luke, chapter 22 and verse 31. It says, "And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan desired to have you, and that he may sift you as wheat." So desire is a strong word, man. The Lord said Satan desires to have you. It's a strong feeling, man. Satan was going to do everything possible to knock you out of this truth, to take your joy, man, to take your spirit, and to put you 6 feet deep, man, physically, right? He's going to chip at you bit by bit. He knows what you want. He knows what things you struggle with. He knows what this flesh wants, right? He's the perfect adversary, and he has to be defeated, right? And the only way you can defeat Satan is by having your mind ready at all times, man, girded with this truth, man. It's no other way, right? You can't just be like Christianity and say, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," and he flee and he's gone. It don't work like that, man. Right? Reading on, it says, "But I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brother." And that's one thing that we must do in these last days. We have to strengthen one another in this walk. We have to walk together, man. We have to be strengthened in numbers. We have to exhort one another to keep going, to fight, right? To never give up, right? This thing is a hard walk, and it's a long walk. And the Lord said that through much tribulation, we're going to enter to the kingdom of heaven. So you're going to go through it. Satan is going to be allowed to be unleashed and, cause problems in your life, man. But it's the fire that we all must go through so we can be refined as gold to come out pure at the end of the road, man. But you have to endure these attacks, man, right? Because Satan has always been that great adversary, as far as like the lion, man, in the thicket, always hiding and looking for the weakest individual to, attack, man, and to devour. And that's what, these demons do. They unleash and provoke the weakest of the weakest, man. And they take away bit by bit until, they have nothing left and they can no longer go. Right? So it's up to those that are a little bit stronger than others. And it's up to those that are a little weaker in faith to build up their faith in these last days, man. And truly believe that you can be defended in these last days. Right, let me get this real quick, man. Real quick. Right, in Sirach chapter 2. Right, and it says, Sirach chapter 2 and verse number, I'm going to start at verse number 12. It says, "Woe be to the fearful hearts, and the faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended," man. So the Lord said, if you don't show your faith in these last days, right, the Lord said, woe unto you. You're going to be destroyed by the adversary, man, by the enemy. And you're not going to be defended, man. The Lord can't defend you if you lack faith. Right? So you have to ask the Most High to increase your faith in these last days, man. Right? You really have to be keeping your mind focused on these scriptures and away from the world. Because everything out here is trying to suck you back into the world. It's nothing but Satan, man. giving you every little piece of your desire, making you look backwards and try to grab everything that you used to have or to give you more, right? So you have to be girded so you will be defended, right? And he says, woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? And what way is the Lord visit you? He'll send Satan to you, man. He see that you're not, going for the Most High. You're not praying. You're not fasting, right? You're not seeking diligently the Most High, man. The Lord will send Satan on you, man, to correct you. And if you don't want to get corrected, hey, Satan gonna take you out of there, man. Right? Let's get 2 Peter chapter 2 real quick. Slakia chapter 5. Right? 2 Peter. Matter of fact, 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8, and it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, right? So Satan is seeking, meaning he's looking for the weaklings, man. He's searching. He's not just sitting down here, man, just walking past people saying eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That's not happening, man. He's seeking diligently, man. I always tell the brothers I labor with, man, Satan is perfect at his work. Everything that the Most High created is perfect in its job, right? Whatever the Lord sent these things out to do is what they're going to do. And he's going to accomplish what he pleases, man. But the only way to fight those things, man, and to stand up and stay focused on this truth, this walk, everything that you got going on, right? You have to be girded with this truth, man. You have to keep your precepts in your clip, man. You got to have them, man, them your bullets in your gun, man. You got to be able to fight Satan. Like I said, you can't just say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus and think Satan just going to disappear. It's not happening, man. Satan is standing out and he's searching. He's walking through the cities to and fro, man. Up and down the earth, seeking whom he's going to devour, man. You ever seen a trail? You ever watch wildlife channel, man, where you see all the gazelle or the wildebeest or the zebras or whatever, and they're traveling long distances. And then you see them little small, runts at the back trying to keep up with the pack. The lions really don't go and attack those big strong ones in the front or the middle. They lurk in the back, man, and they wait for them scraggly weak ones, man. And they pick them off one by one. Right? And that's what Satan's looking for. Those that are dwindling in faith. Those that flame is flickering, man. Right? Mighty precept, King. Right? That's flickering. And he know he almost got you, man. And he's putting you in a trap, in a snare. And he's waiting for you to grab that hook so he can reel you on in, man. Right? Let's get another precept real quick. Let's go to Psalms. Let's go to Psalms chapter 10. Right? Let's go to Psalm 10. Right? This is the book of Psalms, chapters 10 and verse number... I started 8, and it says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, and the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. Right? And that's exactly what Satan does on a spiritual level, right? He sits in a lurking places. He knows when you're by yourself. He watches you. He analyzes all your moves, man. He sees what you struggle with, right? He knows what you're thinking when you're looking at that thing a little too long, or you're indulging in that thing a little too long. And Satan, amen, he strategically plans out an attack, man. When you're alone in a dark room, right? And you're away from all your brothers, that keep you girded, or whoever it is that keeps you upbeat, right? Keeps your flame going right after you got off that mighty fast or that beautiful reading or studying. And as soon as you get off, boom, Satan hop right on you, man, to take all of it from you, man. He said he sits In the lurking places of the villages, man. In the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. And that's his job. Seek to kill the innocent. And it says his eyes are privily set against the poor. So he's not walking around eeny, meeny, miny, moeing. He's watching you with binoculars. Right? His eyes are always on you. It says he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in the den. He lieth in wait and catcheth the poor, and doeth catch the poor when he draweth him in a net. And he always know what you're dealing with. So he going to put that in front of you. Right? In your algorithm or whatever, when you talking to somebody about a burger or something, you notice it pop up on your algorithm on Facebook and things like that, or whatever you're thinking, man, it pops up on your little social media platform, on the TV or whatever it is. Satan uses these devices, man, and the Lord said, be not ignorant of Satan's devices, so he cannot trap you or lure you in these things, man. He waits with a net to pull you in, like the fish and their untimely demise, man. And it says, and he said in his heart, God hath forgotten and hid his face, and he will never see it, man. Right? So nevertheless, man, matter of fact, I'm going to read verse 10. It says, and he croucheth and humbleth himself, and the poor may fall by his strong ones, man. And these demons are his strong ones, man, his spirits, man. Right? And everything he sets before you, his traps, his snares, that's the strong thing that's going to grab you and hold you and destroy you in these last days. So you have to girt yourself up and don't be fooled by the madness of this world. Because sometimes you might be able to defeat Satan sometime. You might be able to say, you know what, I'm going to make a covenant with my eyes, man, and I'm going to turn away from that. Or I'm going to pray and I'm going to go on a fast and I'm going to get away from that. Right? And he might go away for a little bit, right? But Satan never quits. He doesn't sleep. He don't take a coffee break. He don't go on vacation. Satan is always waiting for you, right? As soon as you get off of work and you come home and kick your feet, up on the couch, man, right? And you lay back for 2 minutes, Satan right in your ear, man, rubbing his hands. Yeah, what's up, man? What's going on? Remember me? Right? That's how Satan works, man. That's why you always have to be girded with this truth. All right, let's get this precept real quick. Let's get this in Luke. Right? All right, let's go to the account, man, when Satan was trying to, tempt Yahushua. Right? We're going to start at chapter 4, Luke chapter 4 and verse number... I'm going to start at verse 7, right? And it says, if thou therefore would worship me. So this is the time real quick, right? Getting to the point where Yahushua was fasting in the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights, man, and Satan came to visit him at his weakest point, right? To try to tempt him, to get him to worship him, right? He said, if thou therefore wilt worship me, all shall be thine. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him shalt thou serve only, right? And it says, and he brought him into Jerusalem and set him on a pinnacle of the temple and said unto him, if thou be the son of Yahweh, cast thyself down from thence. And it says, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee. So this is what Satan does, man. He tempts you in every way possible, man. Right? He tempts you with all the glory of the world. He tempts you with, hey, you the son of the Most High, so he's going to protect you anyway, so it don't matter. You go ahead and do this and go off. He going to forgive you. That's how Satan works, man. And it says, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou shalt dash thy foot against a stone. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, it is said, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Right? And here's the point. And when the devil had ended all the temptation, he departed from him for a season. So Satan only gonna leave for a little while, man. He gonna try to go, mess with the next man. But best believe he's gonna make that full circle. He gonna come back around and visit you. He gonna see how you've been working, man. Right? You've been studying a little bit. You've been reading. You've been fasting. Right? What you've been looking at, what you've been spending your time with, man. Right? What's in your mind? Right? Satan always comes back and he amps up each time. He does more. Because that's his job, to be the adversary, to take you away from that tree of life, man. Right? So you always got to keep yourself girded always with the words of the Lord. And stay focused so you'll know how to, hey, man, fight them spiritual attacks, man, and wield that sword, man. Right? Let's get one or two more. Let's go to, what I want. Let's go to 1 Peter, man. Right? Let's go to 1 Peter. It's the book of 1 Peter chapter 1. And I'm going to start at verse 13. It says, wherefore, gird up thy loins of your mind. Be sober and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of a Mashiach Yahushua, man. As obedient children, Salaki, as obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust in your ignorance, man. So you have to gird up your loins, man, meaning of your mind, and be sober. Always be watching. Be vigilant at all times, man. Standing on your square. Watching your six, knowing that these demons are coming in numbers, man. Right? And you got to be able to spiritually Bruce Lee them boys, man. You know. Just to be real, man. Better yet, spiritual Michael J. White them boys, man. Forget Bruce Lee. Damn Moabite, man. Right? Spiritual Michael J. White them boys, man. You know. Chop them down. Cut them and get them up out of there, man, before they get a hold of you, man. And trap you in that snare, man, that you can't get out of. Right? Girding yourself. Putting that armor on like an old samurai warrior, man. And going to war. The Lord said this is the time where kings go forth to battle. Right? And 1 Samuel chapter 11 and verse 1, man. The time where kings go forth to battle. You call yourself a king, start walking like one, man. Kings don't just sit on the throne and give decrees all day long, man. Kings had to study the law. They had to read that thing every day. They had to know how to lead the people, how to teach, how to do these things, man. Right? They had to understand to be girded, and if need be, they went to battle. So that's what you got to do, man. Right? So I'm going to get this last one in the book of Ephesians, man. Right? This is the book of Ephesians. Chapter 6 and verse 10, it says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, and against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in that evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, man. But with that, take these precepts, man, and apply them to your life, right? And continue to do the will of the Most High, man. But with that, Shalom.